Palma. Oh,
man.
pass. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game. Janelle Cuestes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Maloya is open. 3-pointer. Oh my goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
Just posterized by
Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Season 7 and we are back at the Orion Sports Complex in Orion, Bataan. Such a wonderful venue for our Saturday triple header, and we have a good one here for our second game. The newly crowned 3-point king from the Gensan Warriors, Mark Cruz, and his team taking the show on the road. And para naman sa San Juan Knights, they are unveiling Raul Soyod, a formidable big man, trying to shore up that front line as they prepare for bigger battles ahead. Yan po ang laban natin. Gensan testing San Juan dito sa Orion Sports Complex in Bataan. Magandang gabi mga kaliga sa Tupas. Kasama si Christian Luanzon. Welcome to Orion, Bataan.
Hello.
Christian.
It's great to be here.
Oo, first time mo na nandito tayo sa mga
First time to be in a gym na tabing dagat, literal.
Maganda yan. No? Magandang gabi sa nanonood sa atin sa YouTube, and we are live on Solar Sports, and syempre also live on pusup.com. No? Syempre makakasama din natin ang ating courtside reporter, Miss Gianna Lianes. Gianna, kamusta yung dalawang teams natin? Mayroong bagong player itong San Juan, and ito namang Gensan coming into this one really determined to pick up a victory as they fight for position in the playoffs in the South.
Yes, I'm going to be talking about that in game. But right now, I have a fun little report for you about Kyle Tolentino of the Gensan Warriors, because he did have a big weekend last weekend. For the very first time, he participated in the MPBL All-Star Game, which was a testament now of all of the sacrifices that he has made in this league. The very next day, na-draft siya sa PBA, which he says was the best feeling ever because he had to work extra hard dahil marami nga silang draftees this season. In his words, naniniwala ako na handa na ako para sa next level ng aking basketball career dahil sa lahat ng pinagdaanan ko dito sa MPBL. He jokes that his dad, Coach Elvis Tolentino, had no reaction to all of these achievements, but he knows that he's proud. Well, Coach Elvis naman did say that he is extremely proud of Kyle, lalo na dahil alam niya that Kyle's lolo is proud of all of his achievements as well. But Coach Elvis said that they can't celebrate just yet. He told Kyle that his focus has to 100% be on winning with the Warriors for the rest of the season. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna. And siyempre, Kyle Tolentino will be a man to watch in this ball game. Now, diretso tayo sa ating team standings. First in the North Division, where San Juan is currently at number 3, 24-2. They face Abra on Thursday. A very interesting game. That could determine whoever gets the number 1 seeding in the North Division.
It's more than interesting, Sidav, because a lot is at stake to me. Because San Juan, they got to take care of business here against Gensan, because you're talking about potentially home court advantage at the last game of the division finals. You know, if it goes down to Abra and San Juan, pagdating sa dulo nito, no? But obviously, Nueva Ecija and the others opposing that, right?
Have a say in that.
You know, they have a say in that, but you know, assuming it turns out that way, that home court advantage, that Game 5, remember, best of 5 games na tayo in division finals natin, that could spell the difference of your trip to the finals. And the same thing goes with Gensan, because with their remaining games, if they could go to as much as 19 wins. If they win this one, they got two more that is very winnable for them, which is Bulacan and Pasig. If they take care of those 3, and then let's say a team like Batangas at the 2nd seed loses one, they could potentially get that 2nd seed, which is a much better seed than they're seeding right now.
So big implications for this matchup. No? Ang ala natin na random matchup lang to on a Saturday evening, pero hindi po. Malaki po ang implications nito. No? When we talk about the player that Gianna discussed and talked about, Kyle Tolentino, having a breakout season, getting his first All-Star nod and getting drafted the following day. Well, Kyle has really upped his game this season, and he's been getting a lot of opportunities really to show out. And 14 points in the last game against Quezon City, including 8 in that third period.
Well, the thing is, in his situation, nabanggit kanina sa report ni Gianna, the people in his support system, his grandfather, his father, obviously a big part of that. Hindi lang yung off the court. Usually off the court yung tulong ng direct tatay at mga immediate family. But on the court as well, his dad being the head coach. But I think the maturity of him this year in terms of, number one, his shot selection, I think that's been evident. And second, his composure. Because I thought he came into the league, a couple years back, he was very impatient with his game. Defensively, I thought he lacked a lot of things. Now he understands more concepts. Now he's a system player. And I think, he has improved all throughout the seasons here in the MPBL. And he's just reaping the fruits of his labor.
Oh, and talking about reaping the fruits of his labor as well, sa kabilang panig, itong player ng San Juan, Kenneth Villapando, who has
Career
been
night.
on the fringes of that lineup. No, minsan hindi pa nga na-activate ito si Kenneth Villapando. Not a lot of minutes this season, but his impact, every time he's been sent in by Coach Alex Angeles, ito, binigyan siya ng opportunity against Sarangani. 26 points on 11 of 13 shooting para kay Kenneth Villapando.
It's a phrase na kumbaga gasgas na sa mga players, but really staying ready is a key if you want to be an important rotational player. And to me, that's Kenneth Villapando. Every time his number is called upon, especially if your number is 23, right?
Yeah,
Diba?
dapat lang.
Kailangan maaasahan ka. In the last game, he was more than maaasahan. It was a career night for him. He had 26 markers, as you saw, only averaging less than 4 points. He took advantage of a career night, a breaking career night of Orlan Wamar, who had a record-breaking 25 assists, and yet we awarded Villapando with the BPG of the last game.
Oh, so that sets up nicely for our second game here. Gensan against San Juan. Let's go to Richard Campos for the starters.
At guard number 4, the Flash, Nico Elorde. Forward number 5, Larry Rodriguez. Shooting guard number 7, Kyle Tolentino. At forward number 21, the MPBL inaugural season MVP, Val Acuna. And at center number 67, belated happy birthday, Rene Pacquiao. The head coach is Marikina City Councilor Elvis Tolentino. Assistant coaches, Boying Diloy, Peter Deleguero, Apple Coronado, Don Tolentino, Rizal Castro, and Ray Javier. Team consultant, Noy Pido. The team manager, Merman Flores. The team owner is Councilor Michael Pacquiao. Starting for the Season 2 champions, San Juan Knights go for gold. Starting at guard number 18, Nico Panganiban. Playing center number 17, Aldrich Ramos. Forward number 15, the birthday boy, Arbin Gamboa. At guard number 13, Royce Alforque. Forward number 2, Mike Calisan. Their head coach is Alex Angeles. His assistants are Jonathan Banal, RB Mangahas, James Songbin, Nat Gregorio, Paulo Gorospe, Jigs Guadamor, and PJ Manigan. The team manager, Jun Usman. The team owner is Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Referees for this ballgame are crew chief Alan Manzano with Leonardo Leosa.
Starting 5 for Gensan, Nico Elorde, Kyle Tolentino, Rene Pacquiao, Larry Rodriguez, the former San Juan Knight, and then Val Acuna completing the starting 5. San Juan naman, Royce Alforque, Nico Panganiban, Aldrich Ramos, Mike Calisan, and Arvin Gamboa. Ang dalawang kupunan natin dito, very important game for both teams. San Juan trying to stay in the thick of the fight for that number 1 seed in the North. Currently number 3. Here's Nico Panganiban. Drives using their left hand that time. Rebound goes to Rene Pacquiao. Reload it to Kyle Tolentino.
Well, we see Rene Pacquiao getting the starting nod. He came off the bench in the last game. It looks like Coach Elvis was well pleased with him. Played 22 minutes, 8 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. He led the team in assists in the last game, si Delph. Kaya siyang sinimula ngayon. And I mentioned that as you see the drive uncontested itong si Gamboa, because I think nabanggit natin kanina, this pickup kay Soyot is such a big pickup for them. You know, he was in the lineup already in the roster, but the question is, kailan mo ma-activate? You know, and I think this puts them at least at par. I'm gonna throw myself on the limb here. At par with Abra. This pickup with Soyot.
Okay. I will shake her hand on that.
Assuming he's the player that I remember
Him to be.
okay? Because his addition to a loaded front court in
Yeah.
Gamboa, Kalisan. Tingnan mo yung lineup ngayon ng San Juan to start this game. Importanteng laro to, ha. They start out with 3 bigs. Ramos, Gamboa, Kalisaan. This is probably the first time, at least for me covering San Juan, and which I've covered a lot already, na ginawa ni Coach Alex to. So he's trying something here, even in a magnitude of a game like this.
Yeah, and fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke, and that's a big statement there, Mr. Luanzo.
Because I'm looking at a matchup. There's no question, Sidel, that Season 7's MVP will be awarded to Dave Ildefonso. If that doesn't happen, you better resign. Okay. Okay, as the corner 3 was missed. Okay? At least ikaw yung mawawala at hindi ako.
Maselan yung mga words mo, Mr. Luanzo.
Now, I'm saying that because, you know, I think he's trying to find a big lineup wherein a Gamboa or maybe a Kalisaan can match up against Ildefonso, because Ildefonso is really big and skilled at his position. You know, he's about 6'4", maybe 6'5", a wing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The handles and everything, the scoring, the rebounding defensively. So if he could have a guy like Gamboa to match up against Ildefonso, I think that's something they're looking into in preparation for the next game.
Absolutely, but what about Nico Panganiban, able to score, absorbing the contact there. Nico puts it in, plus the foul.
Well, look at this ball screen action. Drop, no, yung depensa ni Rene Pacquiao, and just failing to stay in front. Panganiban sees a slight opening, finishes with the left.
6-0 to start the game for San Juan, and Coach Elvis sues for time. We'll be right back. The Knights coming away with a 114-68 drubbing of the Sarangani Gripper. This was last Wednesday. We covered this game.
I did, and there's a saying that you know, the end is the beginning, and that's what happened. You know, from the start of the game, it was the end already for Sarangani, as San Juan outscored Sarangani 31-9 in the first quarter, and then it just extended to a high of a whopping 51-point lead A career night, obviously, for Orlan Wamar, coming off the bench. 25 assists and a career night scoring-wise off the bench for Ken Villapando. Now let's see what Gensan has after the quick 6-0 run by San Juan. Pacquiao.
Oh, nice. Oh, hindi lang pumasok. Sayang.
Not with an undercut, not with a jab, but with a finger roll. Rene Pacquiao.
Rene Pacquiao at the line, 6 points and 5 rebounds per ball game this season. Ganda rin ang free throw shooting ni Rene Pacquiao.
Tama. Close to 85%.
Two for two para kay Rene Pacquiao. Pressure here from the Warriors. Alforque. They wait for Panganiban. That's a foul on Nico Ilorde. Referee Zen Manansala making call.
Only their second team foul.
Oh. 6-2 is the count. 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Alforque. Also got drafted last Sunday to si Royce Alforque.
I thought that was goaltending because somebody, a white shirt, tapped the backboard on that layup.
Nico Ilorde misses the three. Here comes Arvin Gamboa. Uses that crossover to good effect. Gets to the cup. He is fouled. 2 free throws coming up.
One of the more glaring improved players in the MPBL, really. You talk about expanding your game. Here's a guy, comes into the league, ano to, pangatlo? Pang-apat na season ba? Pangatlong season. More of a bruiser. And then suddenly becomes a spot-up shooter, a rebounder, a defender. Now you just saw him go coast to coast, leading a fast break. A much improved, skilled player. Etong si Gamboa.
And free throw of the game is brought to you by Shoe Appliances ang subok at Kompletong Appliances brand ng Pilipinas, the son of Arnold Gamboa. Did you play against Kuya Arnold?
I did.
Really?
I did. Both in Liga Pilipinas and I don't know, when I was with Alaska, I think he was with San Miguel. I'm not sure.
Arnold Gamboa.
Pero si Alan, naging teammate ko, yung kanyang uncle.
Oo.
Yeah. Mas bata yun eh. Diba?
Tatangkad nun eh. Gamboa brothers.
Yeah. But one thing's for sure, I would always go away from the screen every time I would see his dad. Okay? Reject lagi. Reject.
Also, Nico Panganiban switches to the other side and drains the three. Lead is up to 9. Mark Cruz has entered the ballgame kasama si Joel Liu.
They need some scoring, and they could certainly get that with Joel Liu in transition and with Ant-Man on ball screens.
Liu short arms that push shot. Flexa Preco is blocked by Aldrich Ramos. Here comes Royce Alforque. Alforque 0 for 11 and Gensan still looking for their first field goal. And the foul ito si Mike Calisaan.
Well, ilang bas na nabanggit natin sa first game. It's just not enough to run down in transition. You gotta defend. This was the skip pass over the outstretched arms. Right there, Panganiban hits a corner 3. But in the last play, Alforque, well defended initially, but everybody was just ball watching. He finds Calisaan on the weak side underneath, and then they're just forced to foul, but they had like 5 white shirts there.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Gianna Llanes.
Si Delphin Christian, Raul Soyud is the new player of the San Juan Knights today. Ibinahagi ni Coach Alex na malaking bagay daw si Raul sa pagtulong in adding to the overall height of his team going into the playoffs. He's also shown a lot of energy daw, especially in rebounding. In the past 2 days, Raul has been participating in their practice. Coach Alex is expecting Gensan to bring the energy today as they are chasing numbers into the playoffs, so they have to be steady in their team identity daw of strong defense. He also wants to decrease the bad habits of the Knights for their upcoming games, gaya ng pagsundot ng bola, getting faked out, and allowing their emotions to take over. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna. So, Mark Cruz knocks down the 3.
He's a three-point king for nothing.
Yeah. Kailangan ng mabigyan ng scoring punch nito si Mark Cruz and Gensan. Nalisaan underneath. That's off his leg. Oh, that's off. That break his leg, sabi ni referee Leonardo Layosa. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Lista mo na to. Lista mo na to. Pag ganyan.
Dalawang shot fake yun.
Mark Cruz, the Ant-Man. Orlan Wamar is in the game para sa San Juan Knights. Here's Panganiban. Wamar is open. Gamboa will fire. Masyado malakas. Wamar saves it to the Gensan bench. Nobody wanted to catch that basketball for them. Ron Denison will check in as well. Maganda lang din dito, no, sa pick-up kay Raul Soyud. He is a plug-and-play guy.
Right.
Hindi kailangan, will not demand the basketball. He's also yung low-key dito personality niya. Hindi rin masyadong loud, kumbaga, no? But
Yeah.
he is, a silent operator, kumbaga.
Well said coming from the father. He's your second boy, as you mentioned. Kaya lang, ang unang anak mo, si Noy Baclao. So, I'm not even gonna contest to that. I'm just gonna nod my head and say, and agree with you.
Grabe. Alam mo, I've known I asked him how old he was.
Yeah.
34. And the first time I met him, he was 16.
See, now I'm having doubts already. Kasi kung totoong anak mo to, you wouldn't even ask ilang taon na siya.
Yeah,
That's
but-
just wrong.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things that, anak mo na wala sa paningin mo for
Right.
quite some time,
Yeah.
carved out a career for himself, and
Hindi ka naman nagtampo.
Hindi naman. You're just watching, and silently you're proud, di ba? So, ganun yun.
Okay.
Ganun yung feeling nun.
Siyempre. Pero ibang klase ang Bacolod. So, hindi nalalayo sa Pampanga, sa Cebu, in terms of producing talents.
Absolutely. And Joel Liu, Cebu naman to.
Ikaw lang yata nag-define ng ads nun sa talent.
Huwag ako, Christian Juan. So don't start with me
Pero
tonight.
eto, talented yung backcourt na to Small but terrible.
And just as you mentioned in transition, Liu, and what about this ball movement from Gensan?
Ganda. Yeah, swinging it around the horn. Siyempre, bumagsak pa sa best shooter nila. Valacuña.
13-10. Tatlo na lang lamang ng San Juan. The Warriors coming away with a 76-61 victory against the Kansas City Galleries Taipan. They continue their good run here this season. Coach Elvis and the rest of Gensan, always a dangerous opponent, particularly in the postseason, itong Gensan Warriors.
That's why, they've been, or they're in the hunt, being at the playoff spot, 1-6. Currently, at the 5th spot. Medyo extreme yung kanilang sitwasyon eh. You know, we talked about their situation earlier that if they get a win today and then, you know, facing Bulacan and Pasig, assuming they win those two, they could end up as a number 2. On the other hand, if they lose this one, and then for some reason they get demoralized, let's say because of this loss, and then lose the next two, they could fall in the play-in possibly.
Oo nga. Actually, ganun ang sitwasyon.
Diba?
Ng
So that's a difference of night and day, right? Being having a best scenario of number 2 and then being at, you know, the 7th spot. Importanteng itong laro to sa kanila.
Absolutely. Joel Liu, binabantayan ng kanyang BFF na si Craniel Viloria. Dexter Marquez able to score against the former Knight Larry Rodriguez.
Bakit grabe yung sinabi ko? 2 months ago, the 4th seed now, Caloocan, lost to Bulacan.
Sa bagay.
Here in Bataan.
Will that count? No. It won't.
Looks like it should have counted. Unless it was before the catch. Ito yun, off ball siya eh. Little blind pig action. There's the foul. Tama. Mukhang hindi nga counted. Because the foul was before the catch.
(15-10) is the count. They are going to check kung that layup should count para kay Val Acuña. Officiating crew, Alan Manzano, Zen Manansala, Leonardo Loyosa, and Philbert Tugab. Sabi ko lagi kay Alan Manzano, pag nagsismile ka lang, parang nawala lang lahat ng problema sa mundo. Pag lagi kang nakasmile.
Siyempre.
Lagi yan, nakasmile.
Kailangan yan.
Mailap kasi yung mag-smile mga referee natin dito.
Masyadong game face ba?
Oo. 15-10. Is Mark Cruz against Wamar. Cruz drives baseline. Labas kay Liu. The shooter gets it to drop.
There you go.
Baka tumingin yan dito. Sabi sa akin, sino totoong shooter dito? 13-15.
The zone.
Trying to throw off San Juan here. Papa Ray
Good pass.
swings it over. He stepped on the line. Orlando Mamar.
Usually
Yeah.
nakikita natin yan sa mga 6'3 pataas na 12 ang size ng sapatos.
Di ba ayaw ni makapaniwala si
Oo,
Orl.
palagi ko first time in his career lang yun. I'm not even gonna say what size ng sapatos nito.
Size 11 yan si Orlando Mamar.
Oo. Mukhang nakahingi ka na dyan.
Hindi. Baka siya humingi. Val Acuña nearly got that one to drop. San Juan struggling right now. Craniel knocks down that jumper.
Gets out of the struggle. Contradicting yung struggle ng San Juan. Viloria with a catch and shoot after that forward pass.
30 seconds remaining.
Maganda sa tirang yun. Babalik sa kanila ang bola.
Liu against the former FEU teammate in Ron Dennison. Joel, yes! 2 for 2, Joel Liu. He's got 8 here in the first period, providing some scoring punch off the bench.
San Juan's got to hurry. He got 4 seconds remaining.
Orlan drives and he misses that bank shot. So that will do it. Gensan with a nice recovery here, down by 9. Now only down by 1 at the end of the first period.
3-point shooting really helped, especially the guys coming off the bench. They needed some scoring punch. Mark Cruz comes in, he hits a 3. Joel Liu, as you mentioned, hits a couple, and then Val Acuña in the corner really helped their cause not to break this game wide open. Ito yung, what was it, the first 3-pointer? Yeah, that was the first 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Kaya from 9 down to 1, San Juan up by 1.
Look at the team comparison here with the stats. Gensan number 9 in scoring, San Juan number 7. It's the defense of the Knights, number 3 sila, no? And the assist, number 3 din sila. Top 3 team ang Gensan in rebounding and number 2 in second chance scoring. So the reason why, nandun sila sa upper part ng kanilang respective divisions here in the MPBL.
Well, regardless kung sino nakaupo sa San Juan, it's been a staple in this franchise that if you're a guy who can play defense, the chances are you won't be a part of the team. There's a reason why since season 2, it's been a constant division finals berth for them.
Yeah,
That
that does not
insane.
change.
That's insane. And for them to get into the division finals this season is not really far-fetched.
Are you
Liu,
kidding me? Are you
yeah,
kidding me?
I'm not.
Joel
I'm not.
Liu just picked up his 10th point of the game, and he has yet to miss.
Yeah, it's been more than a scoring punch yung binibigay nito si Liu.
Oh, he wasn't able to establish himself.
Second time na yan, ah!
Pangalawang turnover na yan ni Orlan Omar.
I mean, the second turnover that he has stepped out of bounds, really uncharacteristic.
This zone has thrown off San Juan here.
Tama. They converted into this zone at about the 3-minute mark of that first quarter. You see the turnovers.
That has led to a couple of turnovers actually from Orlan Omar, no? Kinailangan niya mag-relocate sa zona eh. Here's Liu against JC Colliar. Liu, muntik pa. 2 free throws coming up para kay Joel Liu.
And now using or playing to his strength though, which is his speed. Pero mabilis din yung iniwanan niya. Hindi madaling iwanan yan si JC Colliar.
Joel Liu at the line. Sa free throw pala.
Right. So you see yung combinations ng lineups ni Coach Alex. Earlier we saw a big lineup. This time, you could say this is a small lineup. 2 guard really with Colliar and Wamar at the same time. Viloria, excuse me. At times plays the 1. He's playing the 3 spot right now.
Hello Tan now with Liu. Gonzalez. Tan now with Tolentino. They clear out the weak side here. Oh,
That's an offensive foul. Yeah, that's clear. There's a way to execute that. But that time, he did not execute that properly. Excellent denial. Was that Wamar?
Yeah.
Who drew the offensive foul? Yeah, excellent denials on that get option.
and Joel Liu gets a much-needed breather here.
You could just leave the ball behind. Right there.
There's Orlan Omar.
Good pass.
Libre si Colliar. Marquez, the swing. Wamar. Dire-diretso. Count the basket. Plus the foul. Orlan Omar. Ganda ng pagbasa niya sa depensa doon.
Well, that's the thing with Orlan Omar. Other guards will take a dribble pull-up right here. But because he is fearless of getting to the basket, not afraid of contact. Mas malaki pa nga pangangatawan nito dati.
Yeah.
Di ba? Pero dahil naging ugali niya na, yung mag-absorb ng contact and to play through pain, habit niya na yan and wala na sa kanya.
22-18. CJ Gonzalez puts it in off the glass. First basket of the game para kay CJ.
There's that zone.
Wamar with a crossover. Marquez relocates. And that little push shot goes in para kay Dexter Marquez off the feed from Orlan Omar. 24-20.
Excellent reject of the top ball screen between him and Hugnatan. And that circle cut underneath the basket by Marquez to the strong side that threw off the zone.
Aaron Hiruta, a foul away from the ball here.
Reynel Hugnatan, he's such a big piece to, San Juan's championship run this season, playoff run, if you will, because every time he's inside, you're not only getting a leader and a veteran, you're getting a playmaker, you're getting a scorer.
Here's Aaron Heruta. CJ, another jumper. 4 straight points para kay CJ Gonzalez. Ano pa yan? Kanina, duman ako sa practice ng kanyang PBA team.
Talk about Hugnatan.
Oo,
Yeah.
nag-coach pa yan kanina.
Correct.
Papa Ray. Inside, Reynel had to adjust. 2 misses for Reynel Hugnatan.
Not on cue.
Eloy Tan for 3. Got it. And just like that, Gensan is in the lead.
You could say that was a 5-point swing because Hugnatan, those are the kind of finishes he is accustomed to finish. It led to a 3 by Tan on the other end. Kular, babawiin ba?
No good. Viloria, the offensive rebound. Marquez had to put it up. No foul.
He was hoping for a foul, did not get it.
Pacquiao. Heruta. He was the starting point guard in season 2 for San Juan.
Yeah. And Wamar was the third point guard.
Oh, CJ Isit ang pangalawa doon. And CJ Gonzalez. Gensan getting an unlikely lift from CJ. 6 na puntos na yan. 6 straight. So now they are ahead, 27-24. Tatlo na yung lamang nila. Wamar can tie the game. And he does. 27 all.
Brings me back to my point. Kaya magandang pagsabay si Wamar at si Hugnatan because it can put Wamar in scoring mode rather playmaking because Hugnatan has that ability to play make.
Eloy Tan, jumper, no. His last touch on the net Pacquiao, and there we have it here. And Raul Soyod, his first appearance in the MPBL. Juan Romar with a 3 here off the feed from Hugnatan.
That's just too easy if you're Gensan because almost every coach in the Philippines, no matter what level against the zone, you want to get it at the high post. So if you're defending that, you want to prevent that ball of getting to the high post, especially in the hands of Hugnatan, who is an excellent decision maker, that time with the assist to Wamar. You see they're leaving Cuellar.
Galinato,
Pasok lang, malamig pa.
Raul Soyod is on the floor kasama si Ken Villapando. Val Acuña. This is the 3. Oh, what a pass. Galing kay Cuellar. Unable to finish was Galinato. That's a tough angle for him. And Omar nearly got that one, pero it will stay with the Warriors. Tied at 27, halfway through this second quarter. Expected a good one here in our second game, and we've gotten that so far. So it knocks that ball away. 9 on the shot clock, 9 seconds to shoot. 9 on the shot clock. Tan, Heruta, trying to find Gonzalez. Acuña, that pass to Larry Rodriguez, and the steal by Soyod throws that ball away. Tan was right there to defend Galinato. Acuña, CJ down low to Eloy. 2 points para kay Eloy Tan.
Just too much airspace. Cuellar was right there, had his hands up, but he has to close that gap and try to squeeze Eloy Tan on the baseline. That's just too easy, especially for Eloy Tan, who has made a few field goals already in this game. Galinato.
Soyod with the offensive rebound underneath. Raul draws the foul on Larry Rodriguez.
Pasok na yung mainit na kamay ulit. Tingnan natin kung mainit pa rin off the bench.
Bumalik na si Joel Liu dito.
The only player so far in double figures, Joel Liu.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
In this low-scoring game.
Raul misses the first free throw. Second free throw is good para kay Raul. 29-28. They go to Mario Rodriguez. Sawyer is there. Bagsak si Wamar. Nalibre si Ilorde. The three doesn't go. Colliar, the bounce pass. Galinato with the finish this time.
What a beautiful bounce pass. Splitting two white shirts was Colliar, but really it started on the defensive end. The chase for the loose ball, and that time one more with a block. Is that the first time na sinabi natin to? Wamar with a block?
Yes. This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere. This time, Galinato makes sure na matatapos na ang fast break na yun. 3:53 remaining in the second period. Coach Elvis calls time for Gensan. They're down by 1.
Welcome back to the MPBL. Coach Elvis Tolentino was one of the participants of our executive game during the All-Star event last weekend. Something he has been participating in for years now. Sabi niya na magandang fellowship ito para sa kanya to help him go into the games with more ease, knowing there is camaraderie with his competing coaches. Syempre, the Warriors want to end the eliminations on a high note, especially with everything they've been through this season. Coach Elvis names Eloy Tan, Kyle Tolentino, CJ Gonzalez, and Nico Elorde as the bright light so far for his team this season, saying that especially with everything that they've been through and the veterans getting injured, those guys have kept the Warriors together. Back to you, Sadalp and Christian.
Thank you so much, G. And true enough, you know, this is a fighting bunch. Itong, Gensan, they may have gone through a few changes and adversity this season, but what's the constant thing is they're always in the thick of the battle, no? Laging kahit kahit anong sino kalaban nila.
I think the calling card of Gensan teams under Coach Elvis, win or lose, if you're playing against them, you're gonna have to fight for every point.
That's true.
Every
Jason.
game is always competitive.
Raul inside. Ball knocked away. Uy. The call on the floor is Gensan basketball.
Pero mukhang sigurado yung official natin na tumama sa paa
Yeah. Referee Leonardo Loyosa making that call. Coach Alex has challenged that. We will be right back.
The review for the challenge was inconclusive and it has been nullified.
Okay, inconclusive challenge. So it has been nullified. Daming kamay.
Tama, no?
Ha?
Mukhang kamay ni Ilorde at ni Soyut yun, dalawang daliri nila. Pero dahil inconclusive,
The call will stand.
the call will stand, which is bola ng Gensan.
32-31. Larry Rodriguez asking for that basketball against Raul. Ball knocked away. Balik kay Ilorde. He is going to force the referee to make a call. Nico Ilorde all the time.
Well, you could just see, I remember you telling me off the air that Soyut is a plug-and-play type of player. I think defensively, looking at him, he's just a smart defender. Nahihirapan si Larry Rodriguez tumanggap ng bola except for this one. I just love it when the players make us look dumb. Yung timing.
Yeah. Orlan Wamar attacks the closeout and knocks down that jumper.
Probably got fouled too. Pomar has 10. He joins Lee Yu.
Villapando with a steal. 3-on-1. Villapando gets it back and he puts it in. He is going to be an X factor, Christian. I think he'll win them a game or two in the playoffs.
He's already won them a game. I remember one game. I think it was last season in Pasay,
Tama.
wherein he came in out of nowhere in the second half and made an impact. Soyut his first points as a San Juan Knight.
38-33, minute and a half to play. And he didn't even score a lot of baskets that
Parang
game.
2 points lang siya nun eh.
I think it was in San Juan. We covered that game. It was in the Philord.
No, it was in Cuneta, I remember.
Makuneta ba yun?
Yeah.
Ikaw pa ngayon yung nakakaalala, ha? Grabe. I can't believe it. The world is healing.
Yeah, I don't know, getting or not getting enough sleep, I guess.
Yeah. Nico Ilorde at the line. Minute and 17 remaining. I always think when it's tight games go down the wire, I always think Gensan has a chance because Nico Ilorde is there.
Right, because of his, leadership. Look at the numbers across the board. Just a guy who knows how to do a little bit of everything.
That's Mitch right there. And then Mrs. always supporting Nico. San Juan Knights with a timeout here. Minute and 17 to play in the first half. We'll be right back. Orlan Omar only 2 points against Sarangani, but did come away with 25 assists.
Well, you know the saying, we always say, don't play with your food. It was quite the contrary for Orlan Omar because he played with the buffet in the last game. He played so much that he forgot to score and just decided, I'm going to play tonight and just distribute the basketball. That's how good of a player he is.
Yeah, but alam mo, to segue lang, I'm looking at your post here. Oh, Raul. Look at Villapando. They come up empty in that possession. The Knights. Here comes Liu. Atake, Joy Liu. Took an extra step.
Yeah.
Nakita ko yung shooting form eh. mas maganda kaysa sa'yo. Yung pinost mo.
That's true. But remember, shooting is not just about the form. I'm just gonna stop at that.
Grabe. Ayaw talaga magpatalo. Grabe. Marie. He is unstoppable. 6 turnovers apiece. Sa bandal, drives.
What a pass!
Grabe yun. Oy. Osoyo just could not get control of that one. Liu, the off-balance shot is good.
But showing some upper body strength right there. And mind you, si Kular, hindi mahinang player to. Malakas sa pangangatawan nito, pero naiusog niya doon in transition sa bandal, kick out.
Wama, hindi na binaba ang bola. Iba ni Pacquiao. A chance to tie or take the lead here for Gensan.
He should take the last shot.
And they will, it looks like.
What an awful pass.
Liu did not see the clock. Nonetheless, ganda ng laban natin dito. Orlan Nomar off the bench, 10 points, 4 of 6 shooting, 3 assists. Couple of early turnovers for Orlan, but as the game went on, he settled down and did what he does best, putting the ball on the hoop. 38-36, San Juan ang lamang against Gensan at the break.
Welcome back to Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ako po si Gian Alianes and it is halftime of our second game for today between the San Juan Knights and the Gensan Warriors. The score is 38-36 in favor of San Juan. Kasama ko ngayon ang team manager ng Gensan Warriors, si Sir Merman Flores. Sir Merman, I believe that you participated in the executive game during our All-Star event last weekend. Kamusta naman yon? Dahil sinabi nga ni Coach Elvis, it's also great to create that fellowship with the other teams.
Yeah, like Coach Elvis said, no, it's a good fellowship for the executive and chance for us to play also and, you know, showcase somehow our our talent.
I'm sure that your players were very inspired by you and Coach Elvis. Now, let's talk about your mindset going into the playoffs, especially dahil naging roller coaster journey ang mga pinagdaanan nyo during the eliminations. I'm sure that you guys want to go into the playoffs on a more positive note. Is that right?
Before we think about playoffs, you know, right now, as of now, it's like a playoff kasi if we lose tonight, we go down like dramatically. So kaya kailangan one game at a time before we even think about the playoffs.
And speaking of the mindset of your players and this game specifically, nakakasabay naman sila sa San Juan. What will you have to say about their performance and how do you guys plan to get ahead naman of your opponents?
Well, we gotta stop one first of all, and then play good defense. Hopefully we can stop them and yeah, we get this win. Hopefully we get this win. If we get this win, it's a big plus for us.
I'm sure that a huge motivation of yours is everybody supporting the Gensan Warriors. Sino ang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Yeah, syempre gusto namin pasalamatan lahat ng sponsors namin, si Jinky Skin, Armor On, at lahat ng mga taga Gensan ngayon na nanonood, sila Mayora, Lorely Pacquiao, Bobby Pacquiao, and Gov Ruel Pacquiao. At sa lahat na nanonood ngayon dyan sa Taytay Rizal, sa Merman Speed, good evening sa inyo lahat. And syempre, huwag niyong kalimutan, Prime PH coming to the Philippines soon.
Thank you very much once again. That was Sir Merman Flores, the team manager of the Gensan Warriors. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
this year had the deepest lineup of shooters. We had the sharpest snipers in the building here for our 2025 All-Star 3-point shootout.
Dun sa nakaraang 3-point shootout, nung All-Star, talagang nakita ko maging contender talaga. Philip Panyamogan talaga. Siyempre bukod kay Orlan Omar, Philip Panyamogan, and nakita ko nung after first round si Jeff Manday din talaga. Kasi parang grabe yung focus niya nung round 1 pa lang. So medyo doon ako napaisip talaga. Bali, sumunod ako kay Diego Dario. So siya yung nakita ko, doon ako nagkaroon ng medyo pressure kasi ang ganda ng start niya eh. So, tas ako yung next sa kanya, so kailangan makapag-perform ako ng maayos. So, medyo doon ko na-feel yung pressure. Nung sa second round na, nung kinuha na yung top 8, siyempre medyo kahit paano kampante kasi nakapunta sa second round. So, ayun, focus lang ulit. Tapos last pa akong titira. So medyo may pressure din kasi kailangan mong malaman. Pag nalaman mo yung mga scores ng mga nauna sa'yo, siyempre may dagdag pressure din. Nung nasa top 3, siyempre, kumbaga, umabot na ako doon eh. Nung nasa top 3 na, ang naisip ko lang talaga doon is, feeling ko talagang kunin na eh. Kunin na talaga kasi nasa final round na kaming tatlo. Pero hindi inaasahan, siyempre, nagtay kami ni Joseph eh. So, nagkaroon pa ng extra pero masaya naman, masaya. Pero may pressure pa din siyempre. Nung last round na namin ni Joseph, tas na-shoot ko yung kumbaga pang-tie din pang panalo na doon nakita ko naman yung score and yung reaction ng mga nasa likod ko, parang naririnig ko na parang nung una gusto ko nang magsaya eh. Pero parang narinig ko sila commissioner na na tuloy mo lang para for the record ganyan. So tinuloy-tuloy ko na yung tinapos ko na yung rack ko hanggang sa dulo, hanggang sa last rack ko. Siyempre sa management ng Gensan, sobrang thankful dahil ako yung pinadala nila. Kumbaga, tiwala nila nasa akin. So ayun, thankful din ako na nasuklian ko naman yung tiwala na yun. So sobrang intense lang nung na yun. Pero kahit nga si Manager Merman, talagang sobrang intense din ng game na yun eh. So ayun, nung natapos naman, happy kami lahat. Itong 3-point shootout All-Star, ang experience ko is, kumbaga, yung kahit mga kalaban ko sila, pero before nun, off-cam, mga tropa kami, kumbaga, nagkukulitan lang kami. At the same time, kahit all-star, kumbaga, mas maganda pa rin maging competitive pa rin, syempre. Mas magandang manalo, ganyan. Pero friendly competition para sa amin lahat. And sobrang saya na experience. Sobrang saya nun. Kumbaga, kung pwede ulitin talaga eh. Kumbaga, tapos nanalo pa. So, mas masarap talaga. So, see you next year.
Halftime dito sa Orion, Bataan, kung saan ang San Juan Knights ang merong 2 puntos na kalamangan against the Gensan Warriors in this showdown here. Second game ng ating triple header. San Juan shooting better, 42%. Gensan actually got off to a sluggish start in this ballgame and needed some scoring punch off the bench, particularly from Joel Liu, to get going in this game. Pero nakahabol sila, Coach Christian. Maganda yung depensa nila, particularly with that zone. No? Medyo na-slow down itong opensa na San Juan.
Tama ka dyan, no? And they were down early by 11, no? Kaya, nabanggit nga natin, they needed some scoring punch, and Liu provided that. Mark Cruz made a 3. Val Acuña made a 3. And, the three-point shooting has always played a big difference, no, sa laro at resulta ng Gensan. If I'm not mistaken, they're still the #1 team in the league in terms of mix. And this has been constant since the last season, no, in terms of attempting a 3 and making them. That's an illegal screen. That's an illegal screen. And that's been, a big number, because San Juan only made 2. And then Gensan made 5. And that 9-point difference, that's a 9-point difference, even though in terms of points in the paint, which you saw, +8 itong San Juan. Kaya halos na-cancelled out sila. So ito yung offensive foul. That late moving screen off the handoff.
Yeah, it looks like they will also check this. Or they will challenge. Yeah, it looks like there will be a challenge on the call. It was referee Alan Manzano who made the call.
Nag-challenge na sila kanina,
Yeah,
di ba?
no more.
Oo, wala na eh. Unsuccessful na yung challenge nila kanina eh.
Yeah. Dapat may delay of game pa yan eh. Or technical. Kung hindi ka na-declare mo na.
Right.
Shot should be a delay of game there. Alforque, Wamar, Panganiban, Ramos, and Calisaan, the 5 para sa San Juan. Cruz, Liu, Bringas, Gonzalez, and Tolentino. Ooh, that's a foul.
Maybe. I gotta see it again.
That's a foul on the 3.
So nakita mo. I didn't see much from my angle.
No,
But, I was about to say, they started with a big lineup in this game, and they were successful at it. They were up by 11 tulad na banggit natin. Pero to start the third, Orlan Wamar came off the bench in the first half, starts the third.
Wamar.
What a pass.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
That's a rebound and an assist at the same time.
Tolentino sa ilalim.
He's been quiet, no? Tolentino has yet to score.
Yeah, that's a foul on Panganiban.
He does have 6 rebounds across his name.
What a play right here from Orlan Wamar. Quickest to the loose ball, and then the bounce pass to a wide open Royce Alforque na breakdown na yung depensa doon. And wow, very fortunate. Oh, tumama muna kay Joel Liu, but I think that's a good call by referee Zen Manansala. Panganiban. Alforque nasa gitna, nakasona pa rin ng Gensan. Panganiban, he'll attack the closeout. Wamar, 3-second violation.
You just see the alertness, especially knowing where Wamar is on the floor. That's the second time already here in that second possession. Every time the ball is swung to Wamar, not one, but 2 white shirts closing out on him.
Tonton Bringas knocks down the jumper. The 2 former FEU Tamaraos there. Nagbantayan dun. 40-38. Alforque will drive. Panganiban on the kick out. The 3, masyado malakas. CJ Gonzalez grabs the board. Ahead to Liu. Joel to Kyle. Kyle for 3. Short rebound. Bringas.
San Juan has struggled with the zone, and I expect Coach Alex to insert sometime soon itong si Reynel Hugnatan because he did wonders against the zone in that second unit.
Cruz will fire. Oh, look at Joel Liu. CJ takes the jumper and knocks it down. Still perfect. CJ Gonzalez.
Still perfect, 4 for 4. The last 3 coming off 15 to 17 feet.
We're tied at 40. Calisaan, short, rebound Kyle. Mark Cruz. Tolentino. Bringas. Liu, plenty of time on the shot clock. Cruz nakabuelo. Mark Cruz, layup, yes! 5 points para kay Mark Cruz. But Gensan is in front, 42 to 40. Wamar, the kick out to Alforque. Not taken away by Liu. Fast break here, 2-on-1. Mark Cruz, easy 2.
Timeout.
7 points para kay Mark Cruz.
Or not.
4-point lead for Gensan. This is their biggest lead of the game. They need some shooting on the floor here, San Juan.
I beg to differ. I know that you need shooting. I see your point. Okay, but to beat the zone, the more you have to pound it inside. If you're going to hit outside shots, it has to come out of kick-outs or dribble penetration.
They're not attacking enough though.
Exactly.
Ty loses his footing. It's a travel. Here's a Bandal. And Alforque. Magpapahinga. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners and Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split type air conditioners. Cal Tolentino. Concerned here. Limping off the floor. Val Acuña is in the game. Preco is also in as well. Liu pinahinga rin. Sa Bandal. It's a jumper. And he misses. Time with the rebound now with Mark Cruz.
That was a well-defensive possession para sa Gensan, although they turned the ball over now.
Wamar to Nico. Will finish.
Was something Gensan cannot afford, turning the ball over. That's their 11th turnover already in this ball game, and San Juan only has 3.
Bringas again knocks down the jumper. Lead back with Gensan, 5.5 to go sa ating third quarter.
It's going to be an empty corner ball screen against the zone.
Sa Bandal for 3. Can't knock it down. Rebound ni Apreco. And if you're Gensan, you're gonna be happy with that shot.
Right.
Na binibigay mo. Cunha now with Cruz. 10 seconds to work with. Mark Cruz gets it to Tonton. The backdoor cut from Eloy Tan, and he puts it in off the glass.
Well, what poise by Eloy Tan. But wasn't really a perfect catch. It was the right pass. Well, he gathers, got met by a help defender, but still wasn't rattled to finish.
Orlan for 3. That's an air
Way
ball.
short.
Fresh legs here coming for Gensan. Pacquiao, Gonzalez, and Hiruta. In for Tonton, Bringas, Mark Cruz, and Val Acuña.
Look at this, the backdoor by Tan. Threads the needle, Calisaan. Right there. Again, putting your hands up, not enough. You have to close that gap between you and the guy with the basketball, especially if it's a smaller defender. Eloy Tan, though, gotta give him credit.
48 to 44, Gensan with the lead. Pacquiao. Eloy Tan. Gets it to Pacquiao, the extra pass. Nice fake. Flex a Preco. 6-point game. What a turnaround here for the Warriors. 50-44, 4:20 to play here in the third.
Getting things done on both ends, Gensan. Really the big difference why they're enjoying a 6-point lead. Aldrich Ramos, that's his calling card.
4-point game, 50-46. It's a foul away from the ball. Apreco and Marquez, double foul.
Ang itatawag.
Coach Elvis telling referees, and there could have been more there.
I think he was saying, aside from being more, that she should have called that since angulo niya yun. Ayan, tumuturo siya eh. Pero bakit ang pumito ay yung nasa baseline, and sometimes coaches would argue about this kahit pinito na. I think what's important is napito na. Here's the play. Now it's off the ball. Watch Marquez and Apreco right there. If there's anything, dapat matawagan din ng technical yung official. Tinulak niya si Apreco eh.
Grabe ka naman.
Being a peacemaker.
Oh, so talaga.
Being a peacemaker.
Napatayo tuloy si security chief Rudy Distrito dito sa stage. Oh.
No, pero you better be careful, no? Hindi nakikita ng mga audience natin, fans rather, watching in television. Pag bumaba yan, si Kuya Rudy, hindi siya makakatulong. Kasi dapat maghagdanan muna siya.
Hindi naman siya tatalon agad.
Yun na nga, yun yung punto ko. Baka out of adrenaline, of being alert, baka biglang tumalon yan.
Hindi naman siguro. Sana hindi.
Mataas-laas ang lagay namin dito.
Kaya nga, dapat may hazard pay. Gensan trying to extend his lead here, 50-46.
San Juan with a zone of their own.
Peruta to Tan. Inside to Apreco. Acuna. Oh, sayang. They run out of time there. Good intention galing kay Bal Acuna.
And they wanted Eloy Tan to shoot the basketball. That's why he is quickly to apologize to his teammates after that turnover. Here's that empty corner once again. This time on the other side.
That's turnover number 12. Joe M. Sabandal forcing his way in. That's a foul.
Now, Val Acuna stayed home to Orlan Momar on the weak side corner. And Sabandal went straight to the basket of that sealed screen, I believe, by Marquez. Wala nang nagawa ang depensa doon, kundi fumaul.
Minsan pag may nag-text sa'yo, matatawa ka.
Oo.
Natawa
Kailangan
ka
laging matawa, lalong-lalo na kung si Miss Ras, ang ating head of production.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
We miss you, Miss Ras.
Ganyan ka. Ganyan ka.
Bakit?
Kaya ka sasabihin mo, namimiss mo si Miss Ras, pero ikaw hindi mo naisip kung gaano ka namin ka-miss dito.
Okay.
Ganyan ka.
Okay.
Ganyan ka. Kailangan lagi pakiusapan ka.
Dapat i-express nyo.
Kailangan lagi, kailangan kita. Val Acuna for 3. No. Rebound. Aldrich Ramos back the other way, San Juan. Here's Sabandal.
Libre si Ramos.
Aldrich was asking for it. Villapando now with Marquez. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Orlan Momar relocates. 3-second violation.
See, that's Villapando's fault right there. He's not gonna get the turnover, but you gotta give room to Marquez to operate. Yun ang sinasabi sa kanya ni Coach Alex. He could have either improved to the baseline or cut above the elbow and go to the weak side because Marquez had good deep post position to make a move. ends up in a turnover off the skip pass to Wamar.
Acuna, CJ, Eloy Tan. That's a blocking foul on Villapando. Wala pa sa penalty ang San Juan. Third team foul.
You gotta love the patience. By Gensan, you would think they would keep shooting threes, which they love to do even against the zone, especially against the zone. But Eloy Tan had other intentions and was able to force the foul. Reset tuloy ang shot clock to 14.
Mark Cruz. Gonzalez finds Pacquiao sa ilalim. That won't count. 3-second violation. I like how they're playing possession per possession here. Really just trying to find the best shot possible for both teams.
That's why it's been relatively a low-scoring ball game, except for that second quarter, wherein both teams was able to score 20 points. Villapando
inside, it's Aldrich Ramos.
That's what you have to do. A dribble penetration, even though it was a miss, it set up Aldrich Ramos for the offensive rebound. Val Acuna misses a three.
Tabla ulit tayo dito, 50 apiece. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Wamar turns around, misses. Villapando inside. Dabas kay Sabandal. Sabandal will shoot. Acuna now with Tan, now with Cruz. Mark Cruz, Sabandal all over him, no call. Villapando on the move, natapikan ni Acuna. Balik sa Gensan ang bola. Here comes Eloy Tan. Acuna back to Tan. Tan inside. Oh! He misses. Aldrich. And some great defense there. Orland. Wamar. Taking on the entire Gensan team. Wala pa sa penalty ang Gensan. 1 minute and 27 remaining.
Both teams, actually, wala pa sa penalty. It's been clean and hard for both teams, especially this quarter.
And Denison and Cuellar coming in for Wamar and Sabandal. Hugnatan is also in for Aldrich Ramos.
Well, this is an interesting lineup because we mentioned earlier Hugnatan, as you see that play, Cuellar with a bounce to Villapando. You put Hugnatan in, but he doesn't have much shooters on the floor. I think the best shooter on the floor right now would be Ron Denison. So let's see if Gensan continues to play zone. And let's see if San Juan, against the zone, can hit outside shots from kickouts, particularly from Reynald Hugnatan, who I expect to be at the high post.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, a subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Villapando gives San Juan the lead, 51-50.
Little 2-2-1 after a free throw to delay the offense. That drops into a zone for the Knights.
Tolentino, Liu from the corner, Mark Cruz. It's in and out. Denison with a rebound. Papa Ray with a jumper. Marquez, no, nakuha ni Villapando, offensive rebound. Back out to Hugnatan, Cuellar. Denison. Marquez, jumper. That doesn't work. Here comes Liu. No numbers here for Gensan.
What a move!
Oh, Villapando!
They called a foul.
Yes, they do. Yes, they did.
They might challenge. May challenge pa ba San Juan?
Caught him and
There was contact.
sa katawan.
Yeah,
And a lot of it.
yeah. You're gonna challenge, but I don't think San Juan... Teka, pero ba... Walang challenge. Okay, nakita na kasi nila yung replay. Tama ba? On.
Now Liu at the line.
Liu continues to lead all scorers with 12 points for both teams. Look at the free throw shooting. 3 for 7 ang Warriors, 9 for 12 ang Knights. Liu fails to make a free throw.
Yeah, 0 for 4 so far. Villapando for 3. Hugnatan grabs the offensive rebound. The one-hander from Papa Ray doesn't go. A lot of contact there. Hugnatan cleans it up. It's back to 3. Ang lamang ng San Juan.
2 chances San Juan that San Juan got right there, and it paid off.
Elorde to Liu. Atake si Liu sa gitna. Time. Yes! Nico Elorde beats the buzzer with that jumper. Grabe itong laban na to. That will count.
That's the advantage when you have players with experience. Yung ibang player, ititira na yun Larry Rodriguez. Pero alam niya may oras pa. Tansyado niya yung oras. Nakita niya yung libre sa gitna ni si Elorde. Beats the clock.
Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. The quarter saw Gensan take a 6-point lead. That was their biggest lead of the game. San Juan struggling a bit in this quarter, but they regained their bearings and actually will take a 1-point lead again going into the fourth.
No, it's a good quarter for Gensan in particular. They set the tone, tulad ko nabanggit mo, with that 6-point lead, and they outscore San Juan 16 to 15. San Juan so far that third quarter, their lowest scoring output.
That's our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Lapit na ang MPBL play-in and then playoffs. Only a few weeks away.
And international. I'm just...
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the thing. You don't know.
I don't know. Honestly.
Huh?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We never know.
Yeah.
But next thing, we may know.
Yes. Tingnan mo kung gaano kadikit itong laban natin. No? 1 point separating both teams in all of the quarters so far. Cuellar switching hands. And Villapando has kept alive a lot of possessions here for San Juan.
That's his game.
Make the 3, Ken. Yes! Kenneth Villapando extends the lead to 4, 56 to 52.
Might as well reward the guy who gave you the extra possession. Villapando showing he can shoot from the outside. Tolentino, first field goal?
Yeah,
Yes.
first 3 points of the game. 56 to 55. Villapando again. No good this time. Kyle with the rebound.
It's a big boy rebound.
Here's Liu. Bigay kay Rodriguez. Elorde. Joel. Back to Nico. Elorde will drive, absorbing the contact. That doesn't go. Rebound. Reynald Hugnatan. Juliar to Villapando. Ball is loose. A foul on Ilorde. His three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. CJ Gonzalez gets a breather. Shot clock at 18. Denison. To Juliar. JC with a jumper. That's short. Missed everything.
I thought he had Hugnatan wide open behind him, top of the key.
Tolentino lets it fly. Got it. 2 threes para kay Kyle here in the fourth. And Gensan is back on top by 2.
And just perfect timing for Tolentino to wake up. Back-to-back threes here in the fourth. Juliar wide open.
Only the fourth triple para sa San Juan. Courtesy of Lucas Juliar, 59-58. Knights with a 1-point advantage.
They're going to take a look at it. If it's more than the usual foul. Yes, Coach Elvis was about to react. It happened right in front of him. And just when he was about to, the officials immediately pointed to the review table.
They are checking this one out. Tingnan natin yung nangyari dito.
Off-ball nangyari nun eh. Eto, Denison. Right here.
Only a pushing foul. I think that's a good call.
Lamar checks back in.
Apreco looking for a teammate. Binigay kay Tonton Bringas. Tonton goes for the shot. No.
Look at Reyna Hugnatan, box out Apreco.
Ball
Nasa
knocked,
likod na ng board.
yeah, ball knocked away. Lee Yu is on the move. Joel Lee Yu, masyado malakas sa kanyang layup.
Marquez.
Papa Ray inside. Marquez is wide open. Basket and one.
What's that famous song, 1,000 Years? He was open for 1,000 years. Nung binaba pa lang ang bola, even before this, he was open already, and Reyna Hugnatan finally gets the leather to him. I just love plays like this, wherein the player points to the passer immediately, acknowledges the pass.
Let's go to Gianna Llanes.
Elfin Christian, ultimately, Coach Alex wants the Knights to circulate that ball as much as possible right now. In his words, it is hard to scout a team that shares the ball. He believes in these situations like this, Orlan Wamar and Dexter Marquez contribute in terms of scoring, but he does want his other players to step up. Gusto niya ma-develop yung habit na yon going into the playoffs, involving as many players as possible. Kaya masaya raw siya kapag iba-iba ang nagiging best player of the game nila. But he does add that Gensan has that same strength, listing Kyle, Eloy, Mark Cruz, Valacuña, Joel Liu, and Nico Elorde as just some of their opponents they know who are capable of producing right now, making them hard to cover. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Gianna. 61-58 here. Diretso tayo sa aksyon. Nico Elorde, just as Gianna mentioned in that report. Gensan hanging in there, 61-60, under 6 minutes to play. San Juan only up by 1.
Well, the key has really been their defense. You know, even though Gensan is the team that has more turnovers, as you see, another poor decision. Juliar with a bad shot. The possession prior, Marquez with a turnover. Gensan can take the lead once again. That's a foul. And
Only the third team foul for San Juan.
what I mean to say, Sedelf, is itong Gensan, no, from the get-go, from the tip, they've been setting up or mina-mindset nila itong San Juan sa zone.
Yeah.
But the last possession, they were really in the matchup. But the thing is, dahil sinanay mo na sa zona pretty much buong laro, now, you put San Juan in a guessing game.
Kung anong ilalabas mo.
Kung ano ba ang depensa? Zona o tao? No? And when the offense is out of rhythm, you don't play with your instincts anymore because you have plays for zone, you have plays for man, you also have a play for both. And that's why importante na itong San Juan, they get into their offense right away. Tumatagal sila, kung iisipin pa nila kung itatakbo nila, they would end up with a rush or maybe a turnover. A rush shot or a turnover.
Nagpalit ng tao dito. Raul Soyod has come back together with Kalisa. Nuamar forced that one but gets it to drop.
You see, that's what I meant, but not really exactly because Wamar just showed us his greatness of finishing, even with finishing among the trees. That's a turnover.
Yeah, binilisan nila yung binilisan yung Orlando Amar bigla, hindi pa nakaset up yung depensa. This is our Gixxer great move of the game, born for greatness. That's a tough shot. Incredible.
What a breakdown move that was. A little shuffle jab with the right hand. And then the finish, obviously. Tolentino with a turnaround way off.
Iba ni Raul Soyod. The Knights up by 3. Wamar gets it to Galinato. A lot of time on the shot clock here. Craniel. Viloria, jumper. Masyado matulis. Eloy Tan on the run. Eloy will finish.
At that time, defense was in a zone. And the zone really is a setup, a formation, fast break formation towards the other end. Kaya maraming nakukuha ang ganyan itong Gensan. Already there's 19th fast break points.
Craniel swings it over to Galinato. Wamar, open 3, knocks it down. Orlan Wamar has not done a lot of playmaking in this ball game.
But he has nerves of steel.
Absolutely. Ibang klase ang palitan dito. Here in the fourth quarter, Eloy Tan with a fast break layup off the Viloria miss. But on the other end, Orlan Omar na libre lang ng bahagya dun sa corner. He knocks down the 3. It's back to a 4-point lead for San Juan with 4 minutes remaining. That's our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness.
That is not Sean Jackson, but
No,
maybe related to.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Parang depensa ka rin ng Gensan, guessing game. 66-62 lamang ang San Juan. They are over the limit.
Last time I checked, it's not a sin to guess.
Oh, Mark Cruz was open momentarily. Gonzalez.
Not a perfect game anymore.
Yeah. Raul running the floor. Nice fake. Raul Soyod. He puts it in off the glass. And that's what Raul Soyod can bring to the table here for the San Juan Knights.
That time rim running. And I don't know if people realize how hard it is, especially for a big man, to catch the basketball and get good balance tulad pinakita ni Soyod and finish. Another stop for the Knights. This is really gut check time for the Warriors. An important stop this possession. If San Juan scores here, it could probably be the game.
Oh. Well, hindi in-expect ni Raul ang pasa na yun from Cranian Viloria. Val Acuña, dire-derecho, misses the layup. Gonzalez with a reverse.
That's 10 points.
Those are crucial 10 points. 68-64, Wamar thought about it. Lumapit si Orlan, jumper doesn't work. Tapik, napunta kay Wamar. Galinato for three, yes! And give Raul Soy credit for keeping that possession alive. He's asking for a substitution.
And a big mistake right there. Trying for a quick run out, Liu, nang wala pa sa kanila ang bola. What happened was, bumalik sa bantay niya, no, kay Wamar yung bola. And then skip to the other end, or extra pass rather, kay Galinato for the three.
Shot clock down to 1. Mark Cruz.
Oh,
And we
wedgie.
have a wedgie.
It's been a while, huh?
Oo nga.
Huh?
Kitang-kita pa yung MPBL sa bola. It's a wedgie. Wow, bola. What a break here for Gensan. And shot clock back to 14. Marvin Gaboa has returned. Tagal din napasok ko.
Tagal. Oh.
Kenyan Viloria whistled for the personal. Hawak daw siya sa jersey. Third team foul for San Juan.
I don't know why the players are approaching their bench. Wala namang review na nangyayari.
2 timeouts left for both teams. 7-point lead for San Juan. Bola ng Gensan. Cruz to Larry Rodriguez. That throws out. Rebound. Orlan Wamar.
Obviously time on the side of the Knights.
Galinato, corner three. Nalisan with a big rebound. Gamboa puts it in.
Those are two impressive passes by Calisaan. The first one, the kick out to Galinato, and then he gets the offensive rebound and spots Gamboa underneath for the easy two. Kaya naparaki Balboa yung reaction niya pagbaba. Sumisigaw, no? Adrian!
Wala, hindi
Wala,
naman.
hindi.
Hindi naman, grabe ka naman.
Pinapatawa lang
Hindi,
kita.
hindi.
Grabe ka.
Gumagawa ka na naman ng kwento dito eh. Grabe ka talaga eh.
Ganyan ka na, no?
Oo.
Ganyan ka
28
na, no?
assists. Uy, naagaw! Naagaw! Christian Watson, naagaw! 73-64. 9-point lead. San Juan pulling away late here. That's a foul on Eloy Tan. Timeout si Coach Elvis dito. I think this is a... Ito naman, ibang klase naman na pag-control ng game para kay Orlan Wamar itong game na to. As we head into this timeout, we will be right back. Back inside the Orion Sports Complex in Orion, Bataan. Napatawa ang aking partner, si Christian Johansson. Ba't ka tumatawa, partner?
Tumatawa ko kasi hindi ka natawa sa akin kanina.
Eto, maganda itong matchup na to. 15 points para kay Orlan Omar. Baliktad
lang Pero okay lang, hawig naman sila. No? Wala lang bigote to si Ant.
Oo, pero yun nga, Orlan Omar. No, he needed to find he did kailangan niyang ibahin yung kanyang laro dito sa game na to. Was playing more off the ball in this game. But, 15 points and 7 assists and poised to take this victory as well for San Juan.
Yeah, they needed a scoring, and in the last game, he was in a passing mode.
Tama na. Masyado naman kasi mahaba ang airtime ni Orlan. Sabi niya, nahiya naman ako sa ibang player. Nalibre si Calisan. Galinato does not pull the trigger. Wamar. Look at that crossover. Orlan gets it to Gamboa. Calisan goes up strong. Blocked by Pacquiao. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And Coach Alex wants to talk things over. 58.6 seconds remaining in the ball game. Timeout ang San Juan. We will be right back. .6 seconds remaining. 3 seconds sa shot clock ng San Juan. They're up by 9. Galinato to inbound. Wamar ends up with it. Nabitawan ng bola. Tolentino. Galinato with a double team. The turnaround from Kyle. That does not go. Calisan with a big time rebound.
Calisan has had timely rebounds both on the offense and defensive end.
And Felix Apreco whistled for the personal here. Only the 4th team foul for Gensan, so one more foul will send the Knights to the free throw line. Narinato against Kyle. And now there's a foul on Kyle Tolentino. Punta siya sa linya. Si John Galinato. Mintis ang una. Only 8 free throws awarded to Gensan in this ball game.
So it looks like San Juan will get their 4th straight win.
One more.
And
Lane violation.
we'll go 25-2. That
Or 24-2?
25. They're 24-2 right now. So they will be, after tonight, the team with the most wins in the MPBL with 25 wins. Because both Abra and Nueva Ecija has 24. Quezon has 23.
Another rebound for Calisaan. And that should do it here. 10-point game. 2-second differential game clock and shot clock. Tan still bothering Viloria, and that should be a foul on Eloy. A good fight shown by Gensan. They kept it close for 35-36 minutes. But San Juan's poise again, nangibabaw dito sa dulo.
And Orlan Mamar hit a big shot at right corner 3.
After that Zoyod basket.
Right. Rim running to the paint. And I think the key there was going from defense to offense. Because the first 35 minutes of this game, it felt like San Juan was just trading baskets. Kaya tigi-isang puntos lang yung naging kalamangan ng bawat isa all throughout the 3 quarters. But obviously, it was a different story dito sa huling kanto.
Orlan Romar dribbles out the clock. And that will do it. San Juan picking up win number 25 for the season. A winning debut para dito kay Raul Soyod for the rest of the nights. Another big game para kay Orlan Omar, and did not get off to an ideal start, but once he got going, really just the anchor para dito sa San Juan. Some big plays down the stretch para kay Orlan Omar, including that triple. He finishes with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists, Christian.
In 30 minutes. And that's the staggering number to me among all the numbers that you mentioned. Because they needed him to play all of those 30 minutes. It felt like when he wasn't inside, that the team's offense was out of sync. But as soon as he hit his shot, especially in the 4th quarter, and them getting the stops and limiting Gensan to 12 points only in the 4th quarter, that was the key to their victory tonight.
San Juan warming up for that duel with Abra with a win over Gensan. Let's go to Gianna.
Congratulations to our best player of the game, Orlan Wamar of the San Juan Knights. Orlan, actually nakita ko sa huling mga minuto ng laro, medyo hinahawakan mo ang iyong right wrist. Ano yung nangyari dyan at ano yung nakapag-push pa rin sa'yo?
4th quarter, natamaan nata ng parang chinapatan ng depensa. Di ko lang alam kung sino. Ngayon, iniinda ko, sobrang sakit ako. Kailangan ko lang ano sa PT namin, so anong gagawin or anong treatment na kailangan kasi yung next game namin, sobrang lakas Abra kalaban, so kailangan pagalingin to.
And speaking of your next game and your remaining games sa eliminations, last game actually, you broke the record for most assists in a game. So paano yun nakapagbigay kumpiyansa sa'yo sa laro na ito at sa mga future games nyo?
Wala naman, no? So, parang yung last game namin, parang ginawa ko lang kung ano yung trabaho ko sa team. So yung mga bata namin gusto score, so ano lang din, parang tinulungan lang din nila ako makuha yung parang record na yun.
And last question, Orlan, medyo slow start ka during the beginning of this game. Ano yung nag-change sa'yo sa mindset mo para ma-push yung sarili mo for the next few quarters?
Coming from this game, sinabi ni Coach Alex sa amin na kailangan ng Gensan na manalo. So parang ni-ready kami sa 2 days namin na ensayo. So gladly, kahit slow start, nag-finish strong kami. So, yun.
I'm sure maraming proud sa inyo. Sino ang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Una sa lahat, kay Lord sa panalo na tinulungan niya kami, binigay sa amin yung panalo. Thank you din kay Senator Jingo Estrada na alam natin may pinagdadaanan ngayon. Boss Monching Talisayon, Boss James Go, Boss Dennis Abella, Go for Gold, Boss Jeremy Go, 6'9 Pong Bar, Abella Industries, 1914 Athletics, JSU Amusuk, Boss Nolito Taisa, Pastor Ferdy, happy birthday kay Edith de la Fuentes. Binabati ko yung parents ko pala nasa Bohol ngayon. Papa ko, mama ko, yung kapatid ko, yung mga lolo't lola ko sa Cebu, si Coach Julius, yung fiancé ko na walang sawa sa suporta sa akin. Pati yung tita, mother-in-law ko, si Tito, si Pierre, si Lolo Boy, si Lola Belen, tsaka Dangeros Tolosa family sa Nidoro, mga taga-Aloleng, Pangasinan. Yun.
Congratulations, Orlan. Sabi mo nga, medyo mahaba biyahe pa uwi, so we'll let you rest with your team now. Back to you, Sidelf and Christian.
Si Gianna, pinagod si Orlan doon, but nonetheless, we have our main game of this Saturday playdate. Sarangani against Bataan dito sa Orion Sports Complex. We will be right back for that one.